as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense set on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll try to do it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, just keeps firing. Dances away to buy time. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Pressure coming. Escapes trouble. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, it's third and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. First down here for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Keene. Dances away. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to him.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Got it in the middle, it's Moss. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, it's still short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Makes the grab down the middle. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. On the ground with the counter. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Fresno State 7, Arizona State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The run from the shotgun. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job.
Into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Touchdown, Fresno State. Number 18 with the catch and score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw.
Arizona State, 0.
The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Coming out with it, it's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
That's how you earn your first down the hard way. Really good job by the QB dropping back the pass, scrambling, getting the first down, but taking a big shot at the end.
Buys a little extra time. Quickly to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Sun Devils headed quickly to the line.
First down for the offense.
Going up top on first down. The throw. Finds his tight end. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to run it. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Starts to scramble to the left. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Looking to scramble. At the 35, he's open. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
This guy just gives you that. He's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sun Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. One-score game, still the first half, and they want the ball right back, going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Fresno State 14, Arizona State.
Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half.
Set to kick off.
And he's going to run it back. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone.
Sun Devils will take over 1st and 10.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Here comes the offense on first down. The snap sets up the throw. Gonna take a shot. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. He's looking for an open man on second down. He fires it out to the right. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, a lot of times you roll your quarterback to the right or to the left, and in this case, the right, and you're trying to get him outside the pocket to buy him a little bit of time, get him off that spot, take some deep shots, and he missed, but it was a nice shot down the field.
He'll take another shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he reels it in inside the 30. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
First down.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. They're going to throw it again. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again, 2nd and 10 from the 27. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He stopped.
The tight end.
Short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
The Sun Devils are on the move.
Single.
He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Number 6 is in the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. So an 82-yard drive there, and it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Here's the handoff. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They're setting up the screen. At the 45 on his way. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Dropping back, it's Keene. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll take a deep shot here. And he's got it inside the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And now this offense on 1st and goal has a chance to break the tie late. He's got it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Trying to punch it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as they come to the line here, they're passing on a surefire field goal attempt. They'd better pay it off with 6. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. Looking downfield, it's Keene. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Fresno State. They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're just about ready to kick it away.
Arizona State, 14.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So a lot to process and think about.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Looking for a man. It's Sims. On the move to his left. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. After run, now throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. 20, he's got space. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the 1st down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score.
And he does every single thing right on that play. Late in the game, you're trailing. You need to get this 1st down, but you got to try to save as much clock as possible. He's able to get out of bounds and do precisely that. Could not have asked for a better outcome on that play.
Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll try the run. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a huge decision.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond.
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He'll try to take it back. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
Caught behind the line. It's Scatterbo. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal.
Picks up 1. It's now 4th and goal.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Arizona State.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack.